Hey guys, welcome to Twin Flame Truth TV. I'm Elle Hari, #1 international best-selling author, Twin Flame and Ascension, teacher and coach. And I am here today to talk to you about love being freedom. Love equals freedom. And that's what we're going to discuss today in this episode of Twin Flame Truth TV. But before we get into that, I just want to remind you that you are perfect. You are worth it. You deserve everything. Everything that you can, even more than you could possibly conceive of. You already are everything that you could possibly conceive of. And how to switch into that and tap into that. Never be afraid. Never allow your fear or your feelings of unworthiness to prevent you or stop you from investing in yourself, to find that space within you of who you truly are, which is love, which is abundance, which is health, which is peace and contentment and true happiness. And those things don't change. They don't go up and down. They don't come and go. They are permanent. They're eternal, because you are eternal and permanent, and you are your soul. And that's what you are. And that is also your twin flame. And you find that all within yourself. And you can easily shift into yourself if you know how to do it. So I want to invite you to check out our website, bewithyourtwinflame.com, for tons, all you want to know about twin flames and the twin flame journey and all of the ways that we could support you. Okay, so let's discuss love being freedom. Love equals freedom. And, what do we think of when we think of freedom? We think of there being no rules, no restrictions, no, what's the word I'm looking for? Conditions, right? They say love is unconditional. Love is no conditions. And freedom is also no conditions. Therefore, love is freedom, right? That's how we deduce to that. And when you think about it, that does make perfect sense, right? When you're in a relationship with someone, for example, and, there's rules into the relationship, whether implied or do you want that person to be with you because they feel a sense of obligation or because of the rules implied or expressed? No, you want someone to be with you because they just want to be there without any kind of rules, any kind of restrictions, any kind of conditions on it. And, and that's the same for you too. Do you really want to feel like you want to be with someone because you feel like you have to, because you made some kind of commitment to some either spoken or unspoken rules? That's the whole thing with marriage. Marriage is basically, implied rules. It's a way of putting conditions and rules on a relationship, or possessiveness onto someone else in an implied way, or even an expressed way sometimes. And, possessiveness is also not freedom. When you possess something, you're not letting it be free. And so really you need to ask yourself, do you want someone to be with you under those circumstances if they feel like they have to do it under a sense of obligation? Or do you want to be with someone and you're with someone under a sense of obligation or rules or conditions, and then they're off, actually having a free type of affair with someone else, sneaking around behind your back because they don't want to be there. They're only there because of a sense of obligation. No, nobody wants to be in that situation. But that's also the enticement of affairs, of love affairs. Why people find them so enticing. Because when you think about it, when affairs with people outside of a relationship first begin, at least in the beginning, there are no rules. There are no conditions. It's like being with that person with freedom, because the two people, the one or both people, if they're in other relationships at the time, the rules that they feel and the conditions and the restrictions are tied to that other relationship, not the person that they're having the affair with. And that's why people are so into affairs, and why they seem so enticing to people, because their sense of freedom. And, if you truly love someone, you want them to feel that sense of freedom, because love is freedom. And that's the same with you. Do you want to feel like you're tied down to someone, obligated, because a piece of paper or some, spoken or unspoken conversation you've had with someone, like it determines that, oh, you belong to this person now. You have to be with only this person now, or you can't be with someone else now. You're not free to be you, to go explore and other people that you resonate with, and when you give someone that freedom, and then they're still there right with you, without conditions, without rules, without any kind of possessiveness, then that's true love, because they're there by choice. And, that's the only way, once you're on a twin flame journey and your fear-based push-pull energy becomes activated at soul recognition, from that moment on, that is the only way you can maintain a physical relating experience with your twin flame, when you have absolute freedom there. Freedom from thinking that your twin flame belongs to you, which is freedom from possessing your twin flame, or feeling that you belong to your twin flame as well. It works both ways. Freedom from putting rules or restrictions or conditions on your relationship with your twin flame, such as, a rule of no cheating, no flirting with other girls or guys, I don't know, you have to be home every night by a certain time. You have to call me at this time or text me every night before you go to bed, or whatever it is, right? All those kind of relationship type rules and stuff are all fear-based. They're anti-freedom. Therefore, they're the antithesis of love. And so, they're all bred from fear. And obviously, if you've watched my videos at all, if you've seen anything that we put on this channel, if you've read any of my books, you know that the absolute opposite of love is fear. They cannot coexist. They are mutually exclusive. Love is freedom, and it's also fearlessness. And so if there's any fear there, which is anti-freedom, then there's also no love. And, fear-based love works in a relationship with anyone else in the entire world. If you want to have a fear-based relationship, which is perfectly fine, there's no judgment here. You are a human being, and, humans, the fear-based energy in humans actually craves the drama and the conditions and the possessiveness and all that kind of fear-based stuff. It craves that. That is the fear-based energy, and it craves more of it because it likes to feed and build itself up. Then that's fine. You can have that with anyone else in the entire planet. Go for it. There's no judgment. You don't have to be with your twin flame in a physical relationship if you don't want to. That's perfectly fine. If, however, you do want to maintain a physical relating experience with your twin flame, once you magnetize them in, then you have to maintain it within a space of fearlessness, which means total freedom, which means no possessiveness, which means no rules, which means no conditions. They say that, there's a thing word people say, unconditional love, right? And a lot of times people act as if that's a different type of love than just regular love or other love. And there's all these different types of love. No, love is unconditional. If there's any conditions, there isn't love. So it's kind of redundant to say unconditional love because, just saying love means there's no conditions. It is unconditional. And with the twin flame, it must be that way if you want to maintain a physical relationship with them after you've had soul recognition. And with the twin flame right now, where the level of human consciousness is on this planet, in terms of physical relationships, the twin flames are the only two physical people who can have a true, loving, unconditional relationship with each other. You cannot get that with anyone else right now where the level of human consciousness is. And I don't care, you can argue, people could say you can have it with your kids, with, your spouse, with parents, with friends, whoever. That's not true. That's not the case. There's always conditions in the fear-based world and in fear-based physical relationships. It just is where we are on the level of human consciousness now. Someday, one day, one lifetime, we will be able to have unconditional relating experiences with everyone. But that's not yet. We're just not there yet on the total level of human consciousness. And that's fine. That's perfect. Everyone's exactly where they're meant to be at every moment, including this whole entire collective consciousness of the planet. And it's perfect. But if you really want to experience true love, which is by definition unconditional. You can have that if you are experiencing a twin flame journey, and you can only have that with your twin flame. And if you want to experience a physical relationship with your twin flame, if you're experiencing a twin flame journey, it must be that. It must be unconditional love. And, if this kind of freaks you out a little, you feel a little resistance to this, you feel a little scared by this, that is your fear-based push energy not liking this. And that's good. And I hope it feels a little riled up, because whenever it's riled up, that's the opportunity to balance it even more. So if you're feeling that, that's great. That's perfect. Feel it. And then just know that, this is truth, and it's just the way it is. And that's why your fear feels resistance to it, because it can't survive in the truth. It doesn't know truth. Fear is not truth. So anyway, that's our episode for today. Thank you for watching. Remember to visit bewithyourtwinflame.com. I'll put the link below this video. And for all things twin flames, to see how we can support you, how you can even get a one-off coaching call with one of our amazing coaches here. So thanks for watching, guys. Have an amazing week and lots of love.